guys, welcome back to your channel Technopedia. It's Ankit here again to continue the HTML beginners course. In previous lesson 8, we have discussed about how to scroll text and images by using marquee tag. In this lesson 9 of HTML, we are going to discuss about how to make tables and the attribute of table tag. The tables are used to represent the data in a tabular form. So let's do code for creating a table. We create table by using table tag that is placed under the body element. Table tag is the paired tag. The table tag has its own 4 elements. The first element is table row, that is represented by tr, which is the paired tag that defines the row of a table. The second element is table header that defines the heading. Let's define 2 table header for a single row. The first table header, let's give fruits, and in the second table header, let's give vegetables. Let's create another row. Now the third element of table tag is the table data, that is represented by td. Now give the value of fruits. Let's give apple. For vegetables, let's define another td. Let's give tomato. Let's create another row. Let's give the other fruit names. Suppose mango. Define another td. For vegetables, this time let's give potato. So basically there are 3 rows of a table. The first row is the table heading, and the below 2 rows defines the table data. Now let's talk about the fourth element of table tag, that is table caption, that has to be placed under the caption tag. The caption tag is also the paired tag that is used to define the caption of the table. Let's take the caption of this table as Technopedia. Let's save this file on desktop with the file name lesson9.html. So guys, here you can see the file. Let's open it. So here you see the result. Technopedia is the caption of the table, but it is not in the proper format. So let's make table in the proper format, but before that let's include another row. With the help of tr, in fruit category, let's take banana. And in vegetable category, let's take onion. Save it. refreshing. let's make the proper format of the table with the help of border attribute. The border attribute is used to set the border of the table. Let's take the border of the table as 8 pixels. Save it and refresh it. So here you can see the result. The Technopedia is the caption, and all the content of the table is properly formatted, and the data is situated within the cells. Now let's talk about another attribute of table tag, that is BG color. That sets the background color of the table. Let's take BG color as cyan. Save it. Again refresh it. So here you can see the background color of the table appears as cyan. Let's talk about another attribute, that is height, used to set the height of the table. Let's take the height, suppose 60%. Save it. Again refresh it. So here you can see the height of the table get increased. Now the other attribute, that is the width. Let's take the width as 50%. Save it and refresh it. So here you can see the width is also get increased of the table. Now let's talk about another attributes. That is cell spacing. Cell spacing represents the space between the cells. By default its size is 5 pixels. Now let's take 20 pixels. Save it and refresh it. So here you can see the cell space becomes larger. The other attribute is cell padding. The cell padding is used to represent the space between the cell border and the cell content. Let's take the value of cell padding as, suppose 5 pixels. Save it, refresh it. Now here you can see the content, the table data move towards the right hand side from the corner of a cell. Let's take the highest value as a pixel, which should be more easier for the understanding. Let's take 10 pixels. Save it, refresh it. So now you can see the result. Let's talk about other attribute, that is align. As you guys all know, align is used for the alignment. So for table, align is used for the alignment of tables. Let's take the value of align is right. Save it and refresh it. So here you can see the table is aligned to the right hand side. Let's take center instead of right. Save it, refresh it. Now you can see the tables become at the center. So these are the attributes of table tag. Now let's talk about the attributes of table data, that is TD, or table header, that is TH. So the first attribute is the row span. The row span specifies how many cells of rows of the table this cell should span. If I talk about this cell, which contains the table data of fruits, if I want to span this cell and I want to include this cell also within the cell that contains the fruit data, then what should I do? I simply use row span and give the value of row span to and delete this table data. Now save it and refresh it. So now you can see it includes the two cells. Let's talk about other attribute, that is call span. Call span is same as the row span, but call span specifies how many cell columns of the table this cell should span. Suppose if I want that this cell that contains the table data mango is span this column that contains the data as potato. If I want to merge these two cells, then I use call span. Suppose I want to merge these two cells, I simply give the value of call span as 2 and delete the table data that is having potato. Then I simply save it and refresh the result. So guys, here you can see the potato disappears and the different two cells becomes the single cell of the table. Let's talk about other attribute, that is align. If I want to align mango, then I simply use align for the table data, and I want to align mango as at the center position, then I simply give the value as center, save it and refresh it. So here you can see the mango appears at the center of the table cell. Now let's talk about other attribute. The next attribute is vertical align, that is used for the vertical alignment. Suppose if I want to vertically align the banana, then I simply give the value of v-align top. I simply save it and refresh it. So here you can see the banana reach up to the top. I can also change it from top to the bottom. Let's try it. Save it and refresh it. So here you can see the banana appears at the bottom of the particular cell. So in this way you can create your own table and represent your data in the tabular form. I would like to show you something, guys. You can also design your report card by using table. Here you can see for this particular cell I use the row span, and for this cell I also use the row span where I give the value of 2. For the marks I use col span to include these 3 columns, and on the above of this table, this is also a one table that is having 2 TD, that means 2 column. The first column include these 5 things and the second column includes the profile picture, and report card is the caption of the table. So that's all for today. If you find this stuff is helpful for you, then give thumbs up, ask question in the comment section down below. For the latest updates you can follow the Facebook page, the link is in the description down below, and don't forget to subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon for upcoming lessons. Till then, keep learning and keep practicing.